Have FNP. Oh, you still got, go back, don't look,
Oh, no.
go back, don't look. We'll still over that in a second.
Do you want me to hit, got it?
Yes, you got it. And then Laura, if you'll click on the, oh, it's actually already up there as a tab. Yeah. Okay, yeah, head to that one. I just want to show you some of the things the grant is covering. It's not covering a ton. What I needed when writing this grant was staff capacity to give the market what it needed. So a lot of that is staff. And the rest is there is some marketing material, there's some vendor mentor stipends for presentations that happen to our beginner farmer program. We have some indirect reimbursement, so that pays for things like the computers, the owls, it's like electricity, all the things that help us do our business. And then some marketing as well. It covers a lot more, but because we started the grant late, that's all we spent last year. So there's more things that it covered. Let's head over to 2023 MFM. I'm also just going to show the bottom line. Scroll down, please. So here again, we have a situation where we're projecting a negative $11,000 loss. A big piece of that is well, I don't know the full history. When I came on to BFP, that's the safest thing to say, the market was not covering its expenses. The income that was coming in was not covering what it costs to do. If anyone knows that that's sustainable for a business, no, not even a nonprofit, it's not sustainable. So, but part of year 3 of the grant is to explore business models and options to help ensure that how we're doing it and what we're doing is the best way to implement a farmer's market. And I will say that does include looking at fees. I did some research and I don't think our fees have increased since 2011. Don't hold me to that. I would need to go back and look. That's a long time about fee increase. It's probably coming, folks. Not this year, obviously. But this is my seed I'm planting for that to come. Because and sponsorship increases. Those are really our 2 biggest ways to increase the revenue of the farmers market. And I think I'll end it there. This is not about budget, but if anyone wants to talk further, you can speak with me. The farmers market promotion program also covers things like translation, so we can be more language inclusive of this for vendors and customers. It also covers the marketing and logo redesign and different things of that nature that Sammy will present. But let's leave it. I'll leave it there. Yeah. See people's eyes roll back in their head.
So as part of the career project I was talking about earlier, we did have a budget for a new logo. And we have been working with Nicole Green with Sprout Design, and we have a new logo for this year. This is it.
Awesome.
So I'm very proud of it, and I hope you all like it a lot because here it is. So there are a couple things I wanted to hold on to from the old logo because brand recognition is important and I'm sentimental. So I always do this. I should have included the old logo in the picture for comparison. But our old logo has the valley, it has the mountain, and it has a sunrise peeking out the back of the mountain. So I wanted to hold on to those pieces while also sort of giving the logo a facelift, making it a little more print friendly. So there's the logo, and I think it's exciting to roll out a new logo with 45th anniversary. So the logo rollout will start in April. So you guys are getting the first peek at it. You'll still see our old logo on Facebook for the next month, and I'll be distributing our new logo to partners. And oh, while I'm here, I want to give a quick shout out to the Montrose Farmers Market Advisory Committee. I should have said that at the beginning. It is a group of volunteer vendors and non-vendors who help me make really big decisions because I like that input. So they gave me a little feedback on the logo a couple months back, and I've been working with Nicole to design it since. And they just the advisory committee has also been helping with lots of other decisions, so I just appreciate them so much for that. I just want to give a shout out for that. But yeah, this is the new logo.
Are here and they're participants on the DC. We don't raise our hands.
Oh yeah, if anyone's here, virtually or in person,
Yeah, I am.
if you're not feeling too shy, raise your hand. Yeah, these guys are great and are also here to support the market as far as like feedback from vendors and such, and I can get into that later. All right, but yeah, that's the new logo and I hope you all like it. And there was talk at the last advisory committee meeting. I think what I'm planning on doing is that I'll take t-shirt orders in this next month or so. So if y'all want to sport the brand new logo on a nice t-shirt for the first day of summer market, keep an eye out. I will have forms soon. But yeah, I think we're ready to go on to the next slide. Okay, so this is our calendar of events for this year. These are just important dates coming up. And don't worry, we're sharing all this information with you after the meeting, so you don't have to like have a photo memory of it. We'll have a couple vendor training things leading up to market. So we've got a cottage food training. So for those of you who are interested in getting cottage food training, this is food that don't require a commercial kitchen and don't require any sort of special heating or freezing. So this is like a baked goods, jams and such, that need the cottage food license. We will have that tentatively for April 7th, at the CSU Fairgrounds, and we'll also have Spanish translation too. We're gonna do a social media training. For those of you who want to up your game with the social media game and get a little training on that, on how to use all the features on Facebook and Instagram and focus it towards your farm or business specifically. And yeah, and then I won't go through every single event. The big ones to know about is Summer Market opening day is May 6th. That's the first Saturday of May. That's when Summer Market kicks off. And from then on out, it's gonna be every Saturday from 9 to 1, right here on the plaza, and then the plaza right in South First. Let's see, National Farmers Market Week. So there is a National Farmers Market Week. It's the first full week of August. We're gonna be celebrating how great farmers markets are and our 45th anniversary, of course. Vendor Appreciation Day, September. I have not picked a date yet. Keep an ear out. And holiday market. So one thing I forgot to mention at the beginning, the Montrose Farmers Market is a year-round market. We're one of the only year-round markets on the western slope. And so even right now, our market's in operation. Holiday market is the first 3 weeks of November and December. We skip Thanksgiving and Christmas weekends. So you guys have a free weekend off for the holidays. And then we go to every other week from January to April. We don't stop. So holiday market will be November 4th, 2023, and then winter market will be January 6th, 2024, which is a very crazy year to say, but you don't have to worry about that quite yet. So yeah, that's a quick glimpse of some of our events this year. I think we're ready to go on to the next slide. All right, and then Laura's going to lead this part. This is our application process. This is everything you need to know for filling out an application, and I'll let her take the lead on that.
All right, hello. Okay, so to get started with the Montrose Farmers Market, you need to do an application. So some of the ways that you can access our application is through our website. So let me go ahead and show you how to do that. So you're going to go to valleyfoodpartnership.org, and there's a couple of ways that you can access the application. So you go to the programs and then Montrose Farmers Market. And scroll down. Yeah.
Are we supposed to be seeing the website?
Oh yes. Let me fix that really quick. Hold on. All right, now you're seeing my website, right?
Yes, thank you.
Okay, perfect. Awesome. Okay, so this is our website, valleyfoodpartnership.org. So you went to programs, down to Montrose Farmers Market, brought you to this page. So you can scroll, and here's where we have some of our information for the season. So right now we're in our winter market. Here's our location, our hours, and the days for that, and some of our current vendors. Scroll down, and here is Become a Vendor. So you can print out the app. So you can click click on this to print application here, and this is our application. 2 sheets of paper. I did this through Microsoft Edge. I like using Microsoft Edge because you can add text and start filling out your information here, and then you can just download it and then send it through email, or you can print it out, fill out the information, take a picture of it or scan it, and then send it to my email. Okay, so when you send out the email with the application to mfm@valleyfoodpartnership.org, please include your liability insurance. This is a requirement for every vendor. They are supposed to have liability insurance, and the Montrose Farmers Market is also supposed to be listed as additionally insured with your liability insurance. So liability insurance, any sort of certificates and licenses, and if you are doing your own sales tax stuff, then please include your sales tax license. Okay, so once you got all that stuff emailed to me and I've approved everything, I've received all the correct documentation, that is when I will ask for payment. So there's a couple of ways that I can receive that payment. One of them is through PayPal, check, cash. Please hold back from paying until your application is approved. Sometimes people send in checks and I'm like, thank you for sending us money, but I don't know what to do with this. So yeah. And payments do need to be made before I can place you on the market map. All right. And okay, so this is our application, and I'm just going to go through how you can fill out this application. So you want to put your business name right here, your name, mailing address, your business mailing address, information, phone number, email. Please mark if you would like to be added to our VFP newsletter. That just sends out some updates on what's going on with the farmers market, Valley Food Partnership. If you are doing your own sales tax, please include that here. And then what do you sell? Please mark that you sell meat, produce, eggs, whatever you sell. And if that's not listed here, please write it down for us so I could make note of that, and I can ask for the right certifications and licenses. Okay, and then signature, date. Okay, now we get to the second page of the application. So it is really important that you mark down when you want to start the farmers market. If you want to be a full year vendor, that starts this May of 2023, and it goes on until April of 2024, and that's 350. Or if you want to be our summer market vendor, that's 250, and just put an X or a check there. So here is where you can indicate if you would like for us to do your sales tax processing. And that's an additional $25. Keep in mind, this is a one-time annual fee. So if you start off as a summer market vendor, and you decide later in the future that you would like to do the winter market, you would just have to pay the $150. You wouldn't have to pay that $25. Okay. And
we have samples of applications if you need to see it in the room here.
Yeah.
All right.
Oh, no worries. Yeah, and I do also have printouts of these applications. So if you want to stop by at the farmers market, I can get you a copy of that you can fill out. And something that we do get is the application fee. So it's $25. So what you'll do here for the total amount is that you'll add the season that you want to do, the season that you want to start the market. If you would like to do our sales tax service, and then you would also add that $25 for the total. And then I will approve it and date it, and we'll get you started at the farmers market. Okay.
And something I just for new vendors here, so Valley Food Partnership does offer a sales tax processing service. So that just means at the end of your market day, you would report your sales. We'll go into how to do that later. You'll report your sales and then you can submit the sales tax payment, and then our bookkeeper will submit those sales tax payments on your behalf. So if you are signing up for that service, we don't need a copy of your state or city sales tax license because we're doing that for you as a market as a whole. If you want to do your own sales tax, which is perfectly fine, then we need a copy of your city and state sales tax license. So that's just something good to know when you're filling out the application. Yeah, thank you, Laura. Okay, so I'm gonna go into a couple rules and regulations updates we made this year. It's only a few. Everything else that I'm not covering is the same or it's just been touched up with words. But these were all very carefully considered and reviewed with our advisory committee, so I'm just gonna jump in. Okay, so first change we've made is our attendance policy. Because something we discussed is we want to reward consistent vendors with consistent spots, and I'll explain what that means. So we're doing a pre-strike system. So one thing we ask of vendors is that if you're going to miss a market, which is fine, we know life happens, just let Laura know by the Thursday evening before market. That gives her time to adjust the map and to place vendors where they need to be, which is. It's a lot of juggling, it's a lot of work. So vendors who miss more than 3 markets with notification, that means letting us know that time and manner. If they miss more than 3 markets, they may get to a new spot. And I use may very generously because it's sort of up to the discretion. Again, this is just to reward the vendors who are here every single week, they show up every week. We want to make sure they have a very consistent spot. If a vendor can only be here a couple times in the summer, which is totally fine, they might be one of the vendors that gets shifted around if needed. So that's why I use that word may generously. Vendors who miss more than 3 markets with no notification. So this is no call, no show, last second letting us know that they can't be there. That's where we do a 3 strike policy. And after those 3 strikes, they will be assessed a $25 fee per market at every time for that no call, no show. That being said, we know life happens. We know flat tires happen. We know medical emergencies happen. We know things on farms happen. So if something happens, and you cannot make it to the market, it's not just because you didn't feel like it, just give us a call, send us an email, let us know, and we can work something out. At the end of the day, we want to be here for you guys. So that's our new attendance policy. Late policy. So before in the rules and regulations, it didn't have a late policy. It just says we open at 9. So we just want to, so this is what we're doing now. So vendors who have not arrived by opening time, 9 a.m. If you're not there and ready to sell by 9 a.m., we're going to do that 3 strike system. So, we want to give you guys a couple chances because again, life happens. And after those 3 strikes, then we can issue a $45 fee per market that they are. So we're doing the 3 strikes. We can give you guys kind of a heads up and let you know. Hopefully it won't happen at all, which is great. So yeah, that's new late policy. I'll be here at the end to talk if anyone has any questions about that. I think we're ready for the next slide. Okay, nonprofits and services. This is just to clarify a couple things. We're talking about services and markets. What does that mean? So we clarify a receivable service versus a non-receivable service, which means if someone wants to provide a service at market, face painting, hair braiding, massages, services that you can get at the market can qualify to be a vendor with an application, and if we approve it. Non-receivable services, so this is kind of like our sponsors like Atlasta or Renewal by Anderson. They offer solar panel services, window services, which are great, but not something you can buy at a farmer's market. And so those kind of non-receivable services don't qualify for a vendor space, but they can qualify for a sponsorship. Put that out there. And then for nonprofits, I made a group last year, so they were supposed, I think the way the rules were written, they were supposed to pay $25 per market, and I let them pay $25 a season. So very generous for the nonprofits. So this year, they'll pay the application, administrative fee, that $25, just like everybody else. And then a $10 a day market fee. That's just to still keep the cost pretty low for nonprofits who want to come to market and, have a booth for their nonprofits. That's like KD&F or you've got like partnerships nonprofit. But yeah, so that's probably, I don't think anyone in this room. And then resale. So typically there will be no reselling of products at the farmers market. We pride ourselves on featuring farmers, ranchers, producers, and artisans of the Western Slope. That means we ask all of you guys to grow or make what you sell. That being said, we may approve a product if it supports a product that you make. So an example could be if someone makes soap, let's say someone in here made soap, they can make all their soaps, but they also sell little bamboo soap dishes on the side that they don't make. They can request to ask to sell those, and as the market staff, we can approve that or not approve that. It sort of depends on the product and support. It depends on what you're selling. We are trying to keep that to a minimum because again, we pride ourselves on handmade products and locally made products. That being said, if you have a product that you want to sell that you yourself did not make, we just have that you submit a request. So just write out, just give us a written submission of what you want to sell, why you want to sell it, and how it supports your product. And we may or may not approve, and we'll discuss that when we get to that point. So that's a new rule we made here. And that covers all the changes we made to rules and regulations. Otherwise, they're all the same. I am a little behind on my schedule. I'm still formatting the new rules and regulations with these updates. All I mean is I'm just finding typos and stuff. So what you'll find on the website is old rules and regulations, but these are the new updates. Everything else is the same. Yes.
Okay, awesome.
When you click on the website, there's a little digital me that goes, well,
Excellent.
but yeah, and like I said, I'll be hanging around here at the end. If you guys have any questions about the rules, regulations, updates, but yeah, all right, I think we're ready for the next slide. All right, so one thing I'm very proud of with the Montrose Farmers Market is we do host a number of food access programs. So like Penelope was saying, this is to help ensure that we keep healthy and local food accessible for everyone in our community. Sorry, I'm gonna take one sip real quick. Okay, so I'm gonna go over what those food access programs are and what they look like. And all eligible vendors are need to accept these dollars, and I promise it looks like a lot to keep track of, but it's actually easier than that. So let's go on to the next slide. Okay, so our biggest program is our SNAP and our Double Up Food Bucks program. So customers with an EBT card, some people may know it as a food stamp card, have what's called SNAP dollars. And that's money that they can spend on most food, everything except hot and ready, essentially. So if I'm a customer coming to the market, I can come up to the manager booth and I can swipe my card and I can get SNAP dollars. Those are those pink dollars on the top. We're kind of like a SNAP ATM in that way. So that way people with EBT money or food stamp money can buy food at the farmer's market. So the pink dollars is the one you're going to see most. That can be spent on any food that's not hot. So meats, dairies, cheeses, fruits, vegetables, baked goods, freeze-dried stuff, herbs and plants, food-producing plants. So that's the one you're going to see most commonly. Most vendors are able to, if you're an artisan here, if you sell something that's not food, you really don't have to worry about any of this. You shouldn't be accepting any of this funny money. That's SNAP. Double Up Food Bucks. So this is the Double Up Food Bucks program. So for every dollar that a customer gets of SNAP, they will also get $1 of Double Up Food Bucks, up to $20 a day. So again, I'm a customer, I have an EBT card, I'd like to spend my EBT money in the market, I go up to the manager's booth, I set my card, I get $20 to snap, $8 to spend. I will also get an additional $20 of double up food bucks. They don't have to sign up for anything, there are no conditions, it's just what you get with the SNAP program. Those double up food bucks can be spent on fruits and vegetables only. So if you are a meat vendor, you do not accept these. Also food producing plants and seeds, beans and herbs. It's essentially a vegetarian dollar. No eggs, no cheese, no candies, not with the double up food bucks. That's that program. Those are the two you're gonna see most commonly in the market this year. Local Pharmacy RX is a program of Valley Food Partnership. It's a nutrition cooking class. It's nutrition education. And what they have these incentive dollars. So participants of our local Pharmacy RX program get these green dollars here that they can spend in the market. They're essentially the same as double up food bucks, fruits and vegetables only. As of right now, we don't have anyone in our merit position who would be running the local Pharmacy RX program. We're still looking for applicants. So if you guys know anybody who's very passionate about food access, nutrition, get involved with the community, give us a shout out because we're looking for someone because they would be running that program. Next slide. Okay. Quick. So women, infants, and children, they have a farmers market nutrition program. So they also get their own form of dollars, and they're a different color each year. Last year they were yellow, the year before they were green, but they look like this. They're $5 increments. Same thing as local pharmacy, double food bucks, fruits and vegetables only. Theme here, we love fruits and vegetables. So again, if you're a meat vendor, you should not be accepting the dollars. These are for fruits and veggies only. The only other thing that's a little different about these dollars is that they're in $5 increments, not $1 increments. And they do have an expiration date, October 31st. Now you have to remember that right now. You will get a welcome packet on the first day of summer market that will have a cheat sheet for all of these little monopoly money. Don't worry, because it feels like a lot to keep track, but you'll get it. So yeah, that's quick. That's a limited one in the summer. And then market bucks. Those are not in circulation right now. You should not see these at all. If you do, send the customer to the manager. This was a form of currency that we used for another program that could be used for all foods, but don't worry about it because it's not in circulation right now. If that changes and we do use these market bucks, we'll let you know. But for right now, you shouldn't be seeing blue bucks at all. So don't worry about it. And yeah, so those are all our food access currency, those funny monies. And we'll have, Laura's gonna explain how you get reimbursed for those. Because obviously that's not money to you guys, but it's money for us. And she'll explain how that works.
Yeah, so an hour before we close the market, I go to every vendor with an envelope, and that envelope includes this collection worksheet, this farmers market fund collection worksheet. And so this is what we're going to use in order to either collect data collection or to get those SNAP and double up food bucks and also the sales tax payment. So here's an example of what a food vendor would do in order to pay that sales tax. Okay, so let's say here, for example, it was $100 of gross sales. Then you're going to subtract that SNAP or double up food bucks that you got for the day. So the net sales is going to be $80. So the net sales, you're going to multiply it by 0.563, and that's going to equal $450. So this amount right here, that total is what you're going to is the money that you're going to put in the envelope. That's your sales tax payment. And here is like non-food vendors. So if you're like a craft vendor, you just put what you made for the day, and then you'll times it by 0.0853, and then whatever total you get, that is the sales tax payment for the day. Okay, For the people that are not doing our sales tax service, you still have to report what you made for the day for a data collection. And whatever you made, if you're a food sales vendor, that's what you'll put here. For the non-food sales, you'll mark that here. And also, you will put, so for our food vendors, even if you don't do our sales tax service, we still need to get your SNAP and double up information. That way we can reimburse you for that. So you'll put what you made for SNAP here and the double up food bucks here in this section, and then you'll, add that and get your total here. This is another important thing to do. You do have to put that business name because I need to know which business I'm receiving this like sale tax payment from, and the double up and SNAP food bucks. The date and signature is required. And then please put your sales tax payment. If you are just a day vendor, please mark that here, and then the total payment. Each time you return this to me, after you put all your SNAP, double up, your total tax, your sales tax payment in the envelope, you will return that to me and I will sign off on it. And that means that I have received everything and I am able to go to the office and process all of that information. Okay, so next steps.
Oh, hey Laura,
Yeah.
Melanie wants to jump in super quick.
I just
Okay.
want to give a logistical piece with that. So when you turn that in, you will receive a check every 2 weeks for reimbursement for that. Okay, so that's, you're going to be giving away product, or not giving it away. You'll be receiving this alternative currency and then receiving a check from Valley Food Partnership 2 weeks later for that. As we didn't talk about our really 4 main focus areas of the farmers market, but this is a total swirl, but the first one is a place for really the focus on producers to be able to interact directly with the customers to sell their wares, as well as food access, community building, and business incubation. So as food access is part of our focus area, we do require all vendors to accept the SNAP and double up food bucks and WIC if you're eligible. So that's all.
Thank you.
Thank you, Penelope. Okay, so next steps. Since I am the one that runs the farmers market operations during the farmers market, please let me know if you are going to be running late or if you're going to be missing any dates ahead of time, or if you're not feeling well, please give me a call. My phone number is listed on my email, like in the signature, or if you need it, just let me know and I can give that to you. It just lets me know if I need to put you on the map or if you're not going to be there. And I can readjust the map or readjust vendors the day of. Okay, so for supplies, in the summer, people use tents, something like this to keep cool. And weights are a requirement for every vendor. This is a safety requirement in case wind blows, there's no tents flying in the farmers market, hitting someone or, affecting your product. So here you'll see that, so every single leg of the tent needs to have 40-pound weights. If you don't have any weights during the farmers market day, I may ask you to please put down your tent. Like I said, this is a safety requirement, and it is also a requirement to have 40-pound weights on each leg of your tent, okay? And when to expect the map. So I send out the map every Friday, either in the afternoon or the evening. This is so, yeah, and so the map is, yeah, it's just sent out every Friday. So if you have any questions about the map, just please let me know, okay?
One last thing I'll say about the alternative currency that I forgot to mention. So two things, we cannot reimburse dollars that we don't get, so that collection sheet that Laura was just talking about, where you submit your sales tax and your alternative currency, we need those dollars in the envelope. If we don't get dollars, we can't reimburse you. And we can't reimburse dollars that you're not supposed to get. So that's why it's very important to make sure you're accepting the right kind of currency and that you're submitting it at the end of the day. And don't worry, this stuff will all also be reminded at the beginning of the market season. And the other thing that's very important is that we can't offer change. So if someone with, let's say, Double Up Food Bucks is buying vegetables from you and they hand you $5 of Double Up Food Bucks, but the total cost is only $4.50, you can't give them 50 cents. It's not a direct currency thing. So usually we encourage you guys to like try to shift it up or down as much as you can. If you can throw in like some garlic or something to sort of try to even it out to the nearest dollar. That's all I'll say about that. Okay, so update. Biggest update is location. There has been talk in the air of a relocation. That's not happening this year. Hopefully, fingers crossed, it might not need to happen at all. And I'm happy to talk about that with anyone one-on-one. But this year, we're still staying on Compadre Avenue. That's the parking lot right up here. The Centennial Plaza, that's right here. And this year, we're extending onto South First Street. So for those of you who were with us last year, you know that our market extended onto the parking lot behind Centennial Plaza, and no one liked that. So we're not doing that this year. Granted, we had to do it because construction was happening with the police station. We were just adapting. But now we're going to extend here onto South First Street. So I'm very excited about that. I think that's going to serve everyone a little better. We have not assigned spots yet for the map. We're still thinking about the layout. That's all I'm going to say about that. But yeah, that's the update with the location. We're doing a community survey this year. So part of the grant that I'm working with is we're trying to collect out on the market and market operations. And that means we need to hear from the community. So you guys will see a survey this summer that will be distributed through various partners like Montrose Hospital, Montrose Daily Press, the city. And it's for everyone, not just people who come to the market, but it's basically asking the question of what are the barriers to the market? How can we make the market more accessible to everyone in our community? Maybe it's a language barrier, maybe it's affordability, maybe it's our location, maybe it's, I don't know. That's why I'm doing a survey. So that's all that is. And yeah, those are the two main Montrose Farmers Market. Yeah, those are the two main Montrose Farmers Market survey or updates. And then if anyone here works with grain, so maybe you're a baker or you work with grain in another way that I can't think about right now, and you would like to use Colorado grown grains and brand yourself with local Colorado grown grains, you should get connected with the Colorado Grain Chain. I'm plugging this for a friend. This is another nonprofit here. But anyway, if anyone works with grain and you're interested in that, I've got little info things and you can talk to me about it afterwards. And what's the next slide? All right, now we are ready for questions. And if you're shy and don't like public speaking, feel free to email us afterwards too, or come find me. All right, you raised your hand first, so.
So, back to the map for the market, our market map.
Yeah, can you go back one slide?
Okay, thanks, Laura. So with our newfound exciting location, for the parking lot, how will we load and unload to that section? Will it be just pulling up or?
Yeah, so the kind of plan right now, gosh, I wish I had a stick. All right.
Scissors are good.
Yeah. So this street right here, South First Street, is a one-way street going this way. So right now, the plan is, this is where Laura and I are still figuring all these logistics. The plan is that vendors will be able to drive through and drop off their stuff, and then they can park right here. That's the idea. We've measured out a couple times. We still want to measure out a couple more times. you know, what's saying, measure twice, cut once or something.
Right.
But that's the plan. Now, and the other thing is, this picture that I have on here is a Google Maps image that's not updated with the construction because this is too late. And the police station goes like all the way up to like here. So we're figuring out the logistics of that, but the idea is vendors will be able to come through, drop off their stuff and park nearby.
Okay.
Because we'll have access to this whole town first, and I'm excited because I'm anticipating, usually at the beginning of the season, we have a number of vendors and then we get more throughout the season, so we have more, we can just keep extending as we need to. That's the idea.
Okay, thank you.
Yeah.
So I just have a question about the traffic. So we have this public parking there, it's a one-way road, how are they leaving or how is it flowing?
Yes, good question. Okay, so, yeah, I should clarify. So this from here on out is a one-way street. This is still a two-way street.
Over there.
Yeah, so customers can come into the parking lot, park, do their shopping, go to San Montrose, and then they can still exit and go out that way. We're not trapping the customers in.
Okay.
No,
Oh, no.
any other questions regarding the map and layout over here?
To answer, sorry.
Oh, no, you're fine. I'm saying, anyone have any other questions about the map and layout, since I've got the scissors and we have it here? Otherwise, I'll open it up for other questions. Not one. Yes, you in the back.
Since if we truly do have some extra time, are we going to 7 or 8?
I booked this room till 8, and we have just been super duper efficient.
Yeah, I just wonder, that folks would, go around and introduce themselves and briefly say what they're going to, what they're thinking of selling and or know that they are.
I like that. We usually do that at the beginning. I was worried about time. But yeah, I've made eye contact with you. So would you like to go through this? Yeah.
I've just purchased
Oh, good.
Crystal Creek mushrooms on Land Avenue.
Oh,
We were planning on having.
that's wonderful. I'm happy to do that.
I mean,
What are your names?
Jill, I go by Tad.
Hey guys, nice to meet you all.
What's the deal there?
We'll finish the back wall here and then we'll start up here. Let's do that.
Okay, I'm Debbie and this is Dustin, and we have DJ Snack Shack. It's a food truck here in Montrose. We do sandwiches, funnel cakes, ribbon fries, all the good for you food. Kind of, we did funnel cakes a couple of years ago at the farmers market, and we're looking to maybe come back a little.
So I'm Todd, and same kind of thing. We did it a couple years ago during COVID and stuff, so kind of hit and miss, and we were just learning. But we strictly sold lemonade, homemade lemonade. And it was great. Everybody loved it, but just we learned a lot. My 12, she was 11 at the time, came up with the idea. And we thought we would just make some lemonade and take it and sell it. And then when we learned about liability insurance and all the fees and all the craziness, it was definitely a learning experience. So we think we might want to try again this year. But one of the questions that I would say is, so we used to be required to make our lemonade at like a commercial kitchen. And I thought that was really crazy because that does not, that's another expense that we have to do. Is that still something that is possible, or?
Yeah, and that actually brings up a good point that we forgot to mention during the meeting. So anyone selling food of any type, what I'm gonna say is check with the Montrose Department of Health. We do access these certifications. So for example, if you sell frozen meat, you do need to have your meat packaged by like a USDA certified processor. If you sell baked goods, you need at least a cottage food license. This is for the safety of our customers, make sure we're selling safe food. Lemonade, I don't know about specifically. But I will say check with Jim Austin. He is the the director of the Montrose Public Health, and I have his information printed here, ran out of business cards. So that's what I'll say. Unfortunately, I do wanna, I do want to see certificate for food and stuff. I'm not sure what lemonade is. But he's gonna help you out, and he absolutely invites everyone to ask any sort of question, no matter how small. He's a really great partner and can really guide you through what you need. So I'm not sure about lemonade specifically.
Well, yeah, that was one of the requirements.
Yeah.
And so does anybody else run into that with needing to make something at a commercial kitchen or?
I have a little announcement that may or may not be of support to you, and you're right, it's gonna be extra fees regardless. Valley Food Partnership is partnering with Region 10. And we actually are gonna be moving our offices to Olathe in a week or two. And what we're moving to in Olathe, is Region 10's gig. They're calling it the Business Cultivator, and it's really focused on promoting food-based businesses. There's been a lot of research around economic development about the ability for this area to sustain more growth in that area. So part of that facility is gonna have a subscription-based commercial kitchen. So you would be paying for what you use instead of trying to build out or find a cooperative way to do commercial kitchen. So, because that is a need
You know, like,
across the board for people to be able to access commercial kitchens. So that will be in Olathe.
Also, just whenever you contact this Jim fella, I don't know, like if you already introduce offsite, you almost work 20% certainly in the kitchen. But if you bring your line items and you're chopping them and scooping them directly there. I think that's a situation.
That's what Freshie was doing last year. I don't know if that was legal, but that's what they're doing.
I think Freshie's not around it because their kids were running that.
Yeah, and that's what I was.
His kids are doing the same thing.
Hey, man.
They wouldn't let us do that.
Yeah, that's another.
Certainly something to consider.
Cause there's no, like,
Yeah.
if you had a commercial kitchen, you make it directly on site, if you like, what's the kitchen for then?
Yeah,
Mhm.
we can try to make it in bulk so it's ready, but.
Also too, at the cottage station, there's a statement that you have to display that says this product is made in non-commercial kitchen.
Yeah.
So as long as that's displayed there or on your product.
With the Cottage Food Act, drinks are not accepted.
Other than.
Yeah, so this is why I'm like, go ask Jim Austin, because, you know, Laura and I look at a lot of food certificates, but we're by no means the expert in what you need for your specific food. Last thing I'll say specifically about kids and lemonade is that talk to Jim Austin, not me, talk to Jim Austin. There's like a kids lemonade law, so that's what allows kids to make like iced cold drinks or something. Talk to Jim Austin. I've got his info right back here. I'll hand it to you. I'm just gonna have this move along with introductions, but this is why I like gathering knowledge. So we've got some sort of different things.
Thank you.
But yeah.
My name is Dylan, this is Nicole, and we run Safety Farm. Here in Montrose.
My name is Kathy and I'm my husband Glenn Glass, and we are interested in doing artisan brick.
It's not our grade school.
I know, the art of range, they need that connection. Not gluten free yet. But when you take 3 days to make a loaf of bread, it's much better for you.
Hi, everybody. Michelle and Kurt, Jagged Edge, Mountain Gear, the shop. We sew here in Montrose. We make hats, we make jackets, we make little bags, we make shoulder bags. We make a lot of stuff. And it's colorful and it's fun, and if at all possible, it's made with US zippers and fabrics, and Kurt is an incredible guy of searching it all out. This would be our 3rd year here at the market, 3rd year. And it's a blast. So for all of you newbies coming in, you're gonna have great. these guys are awesome. So anyway, Jagged Edge Mountain Gear, come get it out of our bag.
I'm Todd Chamberlain, this is Skeeter Chamberlain, who's been here since 1978. Produce to what's in the, whatever's in the season usually, but we do winter mainly produce in the greenhouse. So, welcome everybody.
Awesome.
We're Juneau Freeze Dried. I'm Dominic, this is my wife Jasmine. As our name suggests, we make freeze dried stuff. And yeah, we like fruits and vegetables and meals and space, ice cream. And yeah, Jolly Ranchers and really anything that you can eat, we also. And we've been around as a business for, I actually don't know, 5, 7, somewhere between 5 and 7.
I'm Linda Sneller with Monarch Farms. We do microgreens, organic eggs. We're expanding into greenhouses this year, so we'll have more produce. We also do homemade apple butter. We'll do pickled vegetables this year also.
I'm Jeanette. I do face painting and I also make handmade jewelry, every single place.
I meant to introduce to that when I was talking about our beginner farmer rancher development program. She also is our project specialist with that program, along with another staff helping implement that.
I'm with my dad, Macario, and my name is Maria. We own Macario's Produce as a family business. We've been doing it for about 17 years. We grow vegetables, fruits, and we've been doing farmers market probably about 16 years already. This farmers market, yeah. So,
Thank you, Sam. I've been here since '76. A company called Colorado Electric. Yeah, that's where I work. Anyway, I'm a retired mechanical engineer, so I have big printing equipment, so I go in the mountains, I take pictures, and I print them and frame them.
I'm Ann Dennison. I own Mountain Valley Herbals, and I make herbal salves and skincare, lotion bars, all kinds of stuff. Try to keep my ingredients that I can as local as possible. I this last year started sourcing a lot of my ingredients from the fellow vendors at the farmers market, and so yeah, this will be my 4th year at the market.
Awesome. My name's Clint Alberg. I do the winter market. I take the summers off. I grow baits and rob the bees from their honey and make some woodenware. Been here for 6, 7 years.
Okay, my name is Seth. This is my wife, Siri. She just moved here from Thailand. We are complete newbies as far as the market's concerned. And we're considering selling ready-made Thai food and drinks. So it should be something good. She makes the food, I just eat it. Yeah. So anyway, I can attest to it, it tastes good. So this is what we're thinking about doing. If anybody likes Thai food, we'll try to tone it down. Yeah, try to tone it down so it's not too spicy.
Now, maybe you should have gloves. Yes.
I lived there for a long time in Thailand, so I'm used to eating it like they eat it. So we definitely have to have levels.
I'm Kyle. I'm the Black Canyon honey, cut comb, filtered honey. And I'm a newbie here. So
You do what?
newbie.
I'm working on that.
I've had a lot of requests for beeswax.
I'm Jennifer, and I just started a business, flowers, so I bake and I grow.
Where did you see me?
Oh, on Instagram.
My daughter. Yes. So that's me.
I'm Justin, this is Cody, we own Deeply Tag, we're mostly just produce based, experimenting with fermented products, sauerkraut, kimchi, stuff like that. But we have a studio, we do microgreens. Yeah. So we'll, first time with Montrose Farmers Market, but.
My name's Lynn McFinney, and I am a newbie this year to Farmers Market. I started a flower farm last year. I sold to a couple florists and had a CFA subscriptions, which really worked nicely. And I'm looking forward to being in a Farmers Market.
Well, welcome returners and newbies. I'm excited to have you all here. Online. Oh my God, that's so great online. I'm so sorry. I was in a moment. I was just. Yeah, how do we want to do this? How do we want to?
Do you think a good idea to call their name and then they unmute them?
Oh, yeah. Let's see. The first name I see is Julia. Julia, do you want to unmute yourself and introduce yourself?
Hello,
Hello.
can you hear me?
Yes.
It's Morning Dew Coffee here. We're the coffee roastery. Did you hear me?
Yes, we can hear you. Yep, Julia and
Yeah,
Mike
so-
do locally roasted coffee.
Yes, We'll be back again this year, yay. Hi, everyone.
You coming Saturday?
Yep, we're coming Saturday.
All right, let's do Jocelyn Dalton. Do you want to introduce yourself?
Hi, everyone. My name is Jocelyn. I am the owner of Divine Love Bath Co. And I make bath bombs, shower steamers, candles, wax tarts, and soaps.
Nice,
Okay.
thank you. Let's do Winter Moon Gifts next. I know who that is.
Hi, I'm Jessie and I own Winter Moon Gifts. I have my soy candles, incense, jewelry, all sorts of good gifts.
Thank you. Let's do Jan Wagner. You want to talk next?
Hi, Sammy. Hi, Laura, Penelope. I'm Jan Wagner with my husband, Chris Wagner. We're in Eckerd, Colorado. We grow all kinds of fruit and do many different vegetables, honey, and we sell fresh pressed juice. And I wish everyone a very good year.
Thank you, Jan. All right, let's do Denise. Do you want to go next?
Hi, everyone. My business is Teas to Please, and I make all different kinds of teas and sell like tea accessories that go with them.
Thank you. And she's also a returner vendor. Well, I should have been mentioning that this morning. All right, thank you. Let's have T. Gibson go next.
Hey everybody, I'm Tasha with Rock and W Cheese and Milk, and we sell milk, cheese, and ice cream.
And you're gonna come sell your cheese at the market?
Yes, we would like to sell cheese, and so we would be new.
Thank you. All right, and let's see, Jen, how about you go next?
Okay, hi guys. I own the Yurtstead and I grow vegetables and I raise chicken and goose eggs and I do USDA processed pork and sometimes turkeys. And I'll be selling that stuff this year. Hi guys, I hope everybody has a good year. Sorry I didn't make it to the meeting.
That's why I gave everyone a Zoom link. All right, and that takes care of everyone virtually and in person. And that Yeah, I was gonna,
Two things, Oktoberfest and Cinco de Mayo, are they gonna kick us out of here? They're
I,
having because of COVID the last couple of years, but they have 10 years prior to that, so,
yeah, so last year, so this past year they didn't.
because there's
Um,
COVID, this year
yeah.
there's no COVID.
No, Oktoberfest moved to the pavilion.
Oh, nice. How about Cinco
Yeah.
de Mayo?
I don't know what happened. I met with Michelle from the city today. and She didn't mention either of those events. That's specifically what we were talking about today was events, but
Yeah.
Cinco de Mayo, was it the pavilion or the amphitheater?
Amphitheater, I used the wrong word.
Um,
Not Cinco de Mayo.
They kick us on the other side.
Yeah, it's okay. There's an understanding with the city that we have dibs on this. space. And Michelle's doing a really kick-ass job of letting me know of some upcoming events this summer. And so we're meeting with people and talking about that spacing, but as of right now, Cinco de Mayo and Oktoberfest are not getting in our way, so.
On the 45th anniversary, they can do a parade and stuff, 35th anniversary, the city did a parade.
Did we have a parade specifically for the market?
They had a band and they had a car show. I flew up to California for it, so I know it was semi-size. I don't know if they did anything before it.
I'm planning the 45th anniversary. The parade is not on the list, but I would like to pick your brains after this. And if anyone else has fun ideas celebrating the 45th anniversary, I'm all ears.
Yeah, I think it was more like, because we were in the dirt lot at the time and they had a car show that ended at the place.
Oh, I see. Yeah, and
Again, while
well,
we were there, so it's probably.
yeah, and there's a summer parade, right? Like the 4th of July parade?
Something, yeah, I mean, it's two at the same time. Just bring new people to market.
Could try to get a little truck to go down Main Street with 45th anniversary banner or something.
Yeah.
Yeah, for this way.
Yeah. But yeah, events, we're keeping an eye on events with the city.
Advertising, we gonna do anything this year? We gonna do banners out front? We gonna do some Facebook ads or we?
Facebook ads, definitely, yes, we're getting some new street signs. I would like to get a banner for Main Street.
Opening day,
Opening day, yeah.
it'd be nice for, they leave it up there for the whole month if you get it for. You get it in advance, that's a nice thing, it does. They charge you once to hang, but they don't take it down for a month, so you get a whole month. Because they don't come and cut it down. They don't have another band coming up, they could be it for a lot longer. Depends on where you put it, if they got something coming next week, I don't think. And
Are you
they,
putting the banners over Main Street?
yeah,
Yeah, those have an incredibly high price tag.
they gave us discount a long time ago, I don't know if they will anymore.
Yeah, we have been discussing that, as part of our partnership with the city. But they definitely are on
They used to be,
a much stronger rotation.
yeah, they used to be like 250 or 500 and they
That
get
is
to half.
But I mean, I hope you've seen the huge increase in social media.
Yeah.
And that's certainly, going to be increasing, as well as Sandy's been doing a lot of press releases. And there's advertisements in the Montrose, Daily Press. I don't know about the Mirror or not. The Mirror
Yes.
is, it's a.
Well, The
Yes.
best thing about the 45th anniversary, they'll come write a thing about it, mom's got them all the way back from the 10-year anniversary, so they'll come write it, they'll do a free article, that's free press.
Yes, I
I
definitely.
mean, kind of like that, they'll write stories, they'll write it leading up to, they'll write one about it.
Mhm.
Can't be free press, because, you know,
Yeah, no, definitely. I want to get the daily press at the opening day ceremony.
the opening day.
Yeah,
They'll show up, if they have in 20 years.
yeah.
Or even, I mean, the 45th anniversary conversations are definitely still happening. What we'd like to do is partner with some of our community members that are super into history. And we talked about sending them to Chamberlain's to look at some of y'all's work and talk about that. And then do like a storytelling type of media and event, so that we're looking back at the history.
Yeah, John Harmon's been here at the same time too.
Mhm.
So do you have numbers of how many people come to a farmer's market on average on a Saturday?
We are working, so we're working, part of our data collection plan is to collect those numbers a little stronger. We have super rough estimates. And they're rough. And I'd say on any given summer day, we can see anywhere between 200 to 500 customers. Would you say that's?
So that's right on.
Yeah,
I mean, I
think
don't-
the average that I recall is 400.
Yeah,
If you average the summer.
200 is closer to like the more winter season when it's a little slower. But yeah, it's like I said, our methods for capturing customer attendance, the methods themselves in the past have been kind of rough and just sporadic. So that's my plan, is to build that attendance count so we can actually have those numbers and say them very proudly with our chest.
It's tough, because there's no front door, they can come in and measure.
Yeah, it's, yes.
But you're gonna do 80 to 90% of your business from return customers. Anyway. That's, you know, don't get disheartened when you just show up and nobody buys you the first time, because someone's been here 40 years, some 10, 20. It's the second, third, fourth, five, because they've seen a lot of people been here 1 time, 2 times, 3 times. And you'll have to, anyway, even the people who heard like 1 year, 2 years, it starts being all the return customers. It's just what it is.
Yeah.
I mean, at Winter Market, it's 95% return customers. We may see 5 or 10 people that just stop by,
Yeah.
but the other 95% is people that know they're there, know what they're gonna get. And sometimes it's 25 degrees and they want out fast, so.
Yeah.
Any other questions?
Is requirement to have the canopies or the tent set up, or are you allowed to bring in like a cooler trailer or set up out of that? Or a cooler or a refrigerated truck?
They'd have to be like.
Just small.
Yeah.
Yeah, small.
We have to chat about that as far as like spacing, so we do have a double booth space fee, so when you fill out your application, you're signing a season, you're getting a 10 by 10 space. Tents aren't required, but they're just nice in the summertime. If you want to bring in a trailer or a double tent, you would have to pay that additional booth space fee. And then chat with us, because we will probably want to talk about spacing, where we put you, and the electricity, all that kind of stuff. But yeah, the Montrose brings they bring a huge truck of produce and stuff, so we could definitely accommodate like a trip. And I'm thinking there was another vendor.
Well, this is
last
just
year.
a small refrigerated fan.
Yeah. Okay, yeah, we could probably make that work. So yeah, just chat with us about spacing and need any sort of plugins or electricity. But yeah, tent's not required. You can definitely do a trailer.
You're still gonna wanna run a tent to have your produce under, otherwise it's gonna melt in the sun.
It's freeze dry. That's why you.
Yeah, but yeah, I'll just reiterate what Laura was saying, is that if you do bring a tent, which is great, you'll need that in summer. Just make sure there's at least 40-pound weights on each leg. Huge safety concern. We get random gusts of wind in the summertime, and boy, I like to avoid any of the
Random downpours.
Random downpours.
2 feet deep out there sometimes.
Yeah, so 40 pounds is usually like a cinder block and or like a big bucket of water, but yeah, you can find that easily. And we do offer some weights for rental if you need them. That's if they're available. Sometimes we have an extra 10 for a kid's booth or something. So anyway, I'm getting too much in the weeds. Yes on the trailer, just talk to us and we'll figure it out. Any other questions? Well, we're always here for you guys. So if you walk away today and you have any questions, please feel free to reach out to me or Laura. I'd say Laura, since she's the market coordinator and she'll be the one accepting your applications. If you want to come up here, I do have copies of our application if you want to go into that. Like our rules and regulations are available on our website. I will be uploading it very soon. The updated rules and regulations, the only changes you need to know about are going to go over today. I've got Jim Austin to contact. If you're selling food and you don't know what licenses you need, this is your man. This is the guy you want to talk to. And we also have business partners here, but yeah.
Speaking of data, you also, Sammy was talking about collecting data. So as a nonprofit, people give you money when you tell them what you've done and how many people you've impacted. That's one reason we're doing a sign-in sheet. Count it around the room. There's more people in here that have signed in. So please sign in as part of what we report on our activities and things. So.
Yes, question.
Do you have recommendations for the liability insurance companies?
Our main recommendation would be Campbell Risk Management. But you can also talk to any insurance that you personally have, or like your house or something, and yeah, talk to vendors too. Like Actually, yeah, that also is your best resource around here. It's talk to fellow vendors. About how they run their business, how they price things, what insurance do they use?
Hello?
Hello?
Hello? This is
Hello?
Julia from Morning Dew Coffee. The insurance that we use is, you just look it up under FLIP. It's a really good coverage for market people. Ours is like $2.99 a year. Did you get that?
Yeah.
Thank you.
Thank you, Julia. And actually, yeah, let me check into their virtual feed floor. Are there any questions in the chat, or is there anyone virtually who has any questions for us regarding anything, market, anything? No. All right, no one's speaking up, but you probably can if you want to. Yes, liability, first one I throw out is risk management, but talk to fellow vendors, see what they do, what they get, and what you need. And that kind of goes for all things. I'm a market manager, but I'm not a vendor, and so you should talk to other vendors about how they run their business, how they display themselves, how they make it their loads easier at the market. I think sharing advice is the best way we can work. But yeah, any other?
And we're definitely hoping to provide more trainings like that social media training is, can be a big help to your business. I've forgotten about adding it today, and I won't add it on now, but customer service. Stand up and look at customers as they go by, smile. If you sit there like this, no, I mean, that's not welcome to folks. So also think about some of your basic customer service skills, because it's gonna make a difference. And make a difference for you. So even providing trainings like that for vendors, and we hope to continue to offer stuff like that to help you be better at your business.
And if you're gonna sell by scale, you have to have a certified scale.
Yes,
They
okay.
will show up and check once.
I remember that, you brought that up last year. So another thing that we're adding to our website, which should be ready by next week, is we're doing a vendor resource page. So that's to answer all these very basic questions that you have as a new vendor of, what kind of certifications do I need? Do I need a tent? How do I fill out an application? Where do I find liability insurance? Scales, we're adding that on. So yeah, like content, if you have a scale that you use to weigh things out, produce, meats and such, it needs.
Has to be certified.
Has to be
If you're
certified.
gonna sell by Colorado Weights and Measures, it's easy to show. They show up your house, they check it. Any scale has got a adapter, like $100 scale. It'll work.
Yeah.
But you have to have a sticker on the side of it. I mean, I have a sticker on the side of a 70-year-old spring one we used to, Hobart we used to bring here.
Oh.
Well, close, but it's the one that has a produce scale that has a little line. But I got certified in like 1978. We didn't go to the digital until this year. I just carry it.
Yeah, I remember you brought that up last year. I had just gotten this position and I was doing this annual vendor meeting for the first time. And you were like, what about the scale?
$75. They just gotta come up with weights on almost any digital scale of a certain level, as long as it weighs.
Yeah. See, this is why I tell you guys talk to other vendors. All right. Any other questions?
Oh, I just wanted to say that I am starting to accept applications for the summer market. So the sooner you get those applications to me, the better.
Yes.
You're gonna have copies on Saturday, right?
Yes, she'll have copies on Saturday. I've got some copies here, but yes, sooner you get your applications, then the better, because then the sooner we can start planning the map layout and get people in their spots.
And you're doing year round and as a mental health.
Like year round
You're gonna do summer, winter, one.
Oh, yeah, we'll take the year round applications, yeah. Yeah,
All right.
any other questions? All right, then I'm gonna call this meeting to an end. And thank you all so much for coming. I really appreciate it. It's really exciting to see all this engagement on people.
Right. Thank you, everyone. Have a great day.
Oh, yeah, we've been doing a lot.
You know, it costs me to go back and do something. I'm sure that all. There's definitely.
Hey, Sammy, can you unmute Valley Food Partnership? I accidentally muted it.